Hallo, willkommen zu Lone Star. Wir spielen Hercule Poirot, The London Case. Weiß gar nicht mehr, hatten wir zuletzt mit Betty geredet?
You're just full of questions, aren't you?
You
Anscheinend.
have been most help. What do you need? What can I do?
Ja, da wissen wir
Merci.
auch nichts. So, wir wollten uns jetzt doch mal die Halle anschauen. Und da den Restoration Room aufsuchen. Wo war denn der? Ich hoffe, wir bekommen jetzt den Schlüssel. Habe ich den schon?
Mademoiselle, may I request a minute of your time?
What can I do for...
Can you not see that we're busy?
Ja, dieser schreckliche Typ hier.
I don't think you quite understand the severity of the situation, Detective Inspector.
I'm well aware, and I'll conduct my investigation how I see fit.
That just isn't good enough. How would you feel if... who am I kidding? You could never afford something like that.
I can assure you Detective Inspector Hardwick and his men will be doing all they can to find your missing painting.
Now you have some officer from another country entirely fighting your battles for you.
I speak on behalf of no one but myself, monsieur.
And I didn't ask you. Hardwick, get it found.
Right you are.
Ja, wir wollen doch in den Restoration Room. Ich glaube, der war an der Seite. Halt, Moment. Wie konnte man dann nochmal drehen? Hier, so. Ja. Ich schätze mal nicht, dass hier noch was Neues gibt. Können wir mit ihnen reden?
If you want to deal with him, fine by me.
Es hört sich jetzt ganz anders an, als wenn er in einem anderen Raum wäre, der gut gedämpft ist vom Sound her.
Will you allow some officer a moment of your time?
I'm a very busy man.
And then I shall keep my question short.
Da war jetzt ganz schön der Hall drin am Ende.
I'd say the heart attack was the most memorable part of the day.
Ach, jetzt habe ich es nicht vorgelesen. Also an was er sich erinnern kann.
Quite understandable. But before that?
I was talking to the bishop, or rather being talked at. He doesn't see it, but he gets quite heated. That's the last thing I remember.
You spoke with Bishop Mountjoy earlier in the evening too.
I did. That man just wants someone to listen to his incessant ramblings. I just couldn't stand there and listen to him anymore. I decided to walk away and see the orrery from above. Then I met that young lady, Betty Allen.
You two spoke?
Briefly, but she was looking for her husband, so I think her mind was elsewhere.
I will not take up any more of your time.
So. Main Hall.
Oh.
Detective Inspector Hardwick has made it quite clear that my valuable insight is not wanted. Perhaps I should find an alternative means of entry.
Wir dürfen jetzt also gerade gar nicht rein. Dann gibt es aber nur noch den Ausgang, oder? Main Hall. West Wing. wie er da so hängen bleibt, wenn er da über die Stufen gehen will. So.
Huh.
Wir haben den Schlüssel immer noch
What do you
nicht.
need?
I need the Schlüssel.
What can I do for you?
Ja, welchen Schlüssel? Den Schlüssel für den Heizungskeller suche ich nicht, sondern hier für den Restoration Room.
Merci.
Mist. Ach so, das ist complete. Hier geht's gerade auch nicht weiter. Wie kommen wir an den Schlüssel ran?
Several hours later.
Also reden wir nochmal mit Horace.
I hope you're getting something out of wasting my time.
Jetzt kann man erst wieder was Neues sagen. Das finde ich ehrlich gesagt vom Spieldesign nicht so gut. Wieso sollte er jetzt nochmal mit mir reden? Bloß weil ich jetzt oben mit den anderen nochmal gesprochen habe. Can I ask you about the heated discussion with Monsieur Ellsworth?
Heated? Who said that?
They are the words of Monsieur Ellsworth.
Oh, the man is in politics. He should know what heated looks like. Oh, maybe I was a little forceful. There was no one else around. How was I to know he was having a heart attack when he clutched his chest? It could have been anything. And when I saw he was in trouble, I went to get help. I suppose I got lost finding my way back.
I do not believe Bishop Mountjoy was the instigator of Monsieur Ellsworth's heart attack, but it appears he does. He is quite rigorously trying to convince himself he is not to blame.
Merci, Your Grace.
Ja, jetzt hat er sich weggedreht. Können wir vielleicht endlich mal den Schlüssel bekommen von Evelyn?
What can I do for you?
Do all your discussions end in such a manner?
He knows just how to push. He knows what this museum means to me.
That is clear to us all.
He thinks he can say and do what he wants because of his position. But if he thinks he can get rid of me that easily, this museum is my life. And if anyone, including him, tries to do anything to jeopardize that, I won't be held responsible for my actions.
Now is the time to permit me access to the restoration room.
I'm sorry. The detective inspector was quite adamant I wasn't to allow anyone in.
Aber ich bin ja nicht anyone, ich bin Hercule Poirot.
Detective Hercule Poirot is not just any man,
Ah,
mademoiselle.
das habe ich mir da gedacht irgendwie.
And modest to boot. I suppose it can't hurt. Follow me. There you go.
The key. It is in a far better condition than yesterday.
It was looking grubby and covered in rust, so I cleaned it. Is that a problem?
Ja.
If you find anything else that may be of importance to the investigation, I ask that you leave it as you found it.
More evidence that has been tampered with. It's as though no one wishes the case to be solved. The key smells rather distinctly of turpentine, confirming Mademoiselle Warbeck's claim of cleaning off the rust. The rust must have been building up for some time though, so why clean it now? Bet she was already using it on something else. Paint, perhaps? I should find evidence of this to either confirm or deny my suspicions. Master key. The master key that will grant us access to anywhere in the museum.
Huh.
The master key should work here. One step closer to revealing the truth. New mind map. Restoration room evidence. Monsieur Hastings and I should determine if this room was accessed by the thief. Museum restoration room, where pieces from the museum are taken to be stored. The key was cleaned. Besides its obvious condition, the smell of chemicals is a key indicator the key has been cleaned. Key indicator. So, schauen wir uns mal an. Klinke.
Oh.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Naja, wir haben es jetzt auch alle angefummelt. Da sind keine Fingerabdrücke mehr zu finden.
Huh.
Impossible to see inside. Da hängt ein Hut. Hier ist noch eine Tür. Da ist Farbe. Blue paint, smear on box. It would take some strength to lift it. Hastings! A smell of blue paint. Careless. Da läuft ein Ventilator die ganze Zeit, obwohl keiner da ist. Yellow paint macht dann zusammen grün.
Aha.
A smear of yellow paint. I understand what work is done here, but must they really kept in such a state?
Ah.
Fotoapparat. Irgendwie Chemikalien. Restoration Table. Da ist auch die Farbe wohl.
Aha.
Some little wooden sticks with cotton glue to the end. Perhaps a homemade tool for removing paint from a canvas. Können wir da einen mitnehmen?
Ah.
The picture is becoming clearer and the paint is the key.
Oh.
A book of oil paint pigments and how they are made. If only I had the time to read it for pleasure. Da ist die Flasche vielleicht.
Ah.
Schere. A pair of sharp scissors. Können wir den mitnehmen? Cleaning Swab? Some little wooden sticks with cotton glue to the end. Da ist nochmal Farbe. Diesmal grün. As much of what I hope is only green paint. Können wir die jetzt mit dem Stäbchen abnehmen? Nein. Ist es vielleicht einfach hier reingesteckt worden zu den anderen Bildern, dass es einfach hier noch im Museum versteckt ist? Da ist noch ein Safe. Liegt da was? Da will er nicht rein. Cleaning Swab. Kann ich den jetzt benutzen? Yellow paint smear. A smear of yellow paint. How anyone can work in such a pixie is beyond me. Green paint smear. A smear of green paint. At least I hope it's paint. Blue paint smear. Smear of blue paint. Careless. Paint palette. An artist's paint palette covered in various splatters of still drying paint colors. Können wir mit Hastings darüber reden?
What can I do? Merci.
Nein. Wir müssen also irgendwas noch finden. Wir könnten ja hier so einen Abstrich machen. Darf ich aber nicht. Ich habe diese ganzen Stäbchen. Vielleicht brauchen wir erst 3, damit wir das mit der Farbe hier benutzen können.
Aha.
Aber er muss es mir normalerweise selber anbieten. Die ganzen armen Tiere hier.
Oh.
Turpentine. Wo war's? Hier. The pungent smell of turpentine expels from the bottle. Now the cotton is soaked in turpentine. Ich schätze mal, wir brauchen mehrere. Wie viel habe ich jetzt? 2. Okay. Damn cotton stick. Ich kann es hiermit auch nicht benutzen. Jetzt geht was. Ah, Moment. Use. Voila! The stick is stained blue, evidence that there was blue paint on the key. But did the thief get paint on the key before they entered this room or afterwards? Dann schauen wir doch mal die blaue Farbe an. Vielleicht können wir mit der auch interagieren. Nein, können wir nicht. Blue paint inside keyhole. Evidence of blue paint inside the west door keyhole. Alter, haben wir nix. Einen haben wir noch.
Ah.
Na, bleibt da stecken. Können wir uns die Tür vielleicht nochmal genauer anschauen? Nein.
What do you need? What can I do?
Er hat
Merci.
auch keine Idee. Können wir die Farbe jetzt vielleicht irgendwie vergleichen? Nee. Nachdem wir da alles schon haben. So, Turpentine. Können wir da noch was machen? Ne, können nur dran schnüffeln. Das bringt uns ja nicht weiter. Restoration Table bringt uns auch nicht weiter. Da ist ein Haufen Zeug. Da können wir nichts mitmachen. Wie bringt uns das weiter? Da ist gerade nichts. Die Tür können wir leider auch nicht öffnen. Da ist auch mal eine Tür.
Ah.
Ah, können wir hier vielleicht das gleiche nochmal machen?
Ha.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Aha.
Impossible to see inside. Nothing inside. Nothing inside keyhole. There's nothing out of the ordinary with this keyhole. Wir haben also Blau und Blau könnte zusammenpassen, aber es könnte natürlich auch the key was clean zusammenpassen.
Order and method. That is... I must take a different approach.
Hm.
Come, my little grey cells.
Ja, dann passen nur noch die zwei zusammen, aber wieso das?
Hot on the culprit's heels.
The key was used in the west wing door after it had been dropped in paint. The paint-covered key was used to lock the west wing door. The key was used in the west wing door after it had been dropped in paint. Gibt zwei neue Verbindungen. Gibt aber nur einen neuen Knoten. Das heißt, der muss hier weggehen. Vielleicht zur Palette. Achso, es gibt noch keine neue, weil wir erst zwei Verbindungen brauchen.
Come now. Think.
Passt nicht. Ja, dann clean.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
It is likely the thief didn't notice the paint on the keys straight away. They may have gotten some on their hands. Okay, da haben wir aber jetzt die Blue Paint Smear on Box.
One step closer to revealing the truth.
The thief must have moved the box to gain access. The box was moved by the thief.
When the thief entered this room from the west wing, there was no paint on the key. We know this because there was no paint on the key when they used it on the door to the gallery. But there is paint on the key when the thief locks the west wing door after stealing the painting, telling us...
The key got covered in paint in this room.
Oui. And only after the painting was stolen. So, what happened in between locking the door to the gallery and leaving this room to lock the west wing door? The picture is becoming clearer, and the paint is the key. The thief unlocked the door from the west wing into this room, unlocked the door to the gallery, and stole the painting. They then returned, whereupon they laid the painting on the desk. The thief locked the door and returned to the painting. But then, an accident. They dropped the key into the palette of paint.
How can you be so sure?
We know because the paint palette was the only source of blue paint in the room that the key could have dropped in.
But why put the painting on this table, where items may be knocked or where they may be heard? Perhaps the answer is before me on the desk.
Ja, also schauen wir uns nochmal um. Gucken wir erstmal nach der Kiste. Können wir die vielleicht irgendwie selber bewegen? Es gibt 4 neue Sachen zu finden. Also, erstmal die Palette selber. The key was dropped here. I can only imagine by accident. Sacre, no. I fear that our thief may have used this table to cut the painting from its frame. I must find its frame to confirm my fear. I should find Monsieur Hastings to help me with this task. Die Schublade können wir wohl nicht öffnen.
Aha.
I doubt that the thief had time to do delicate work of any kind. Einen Hinweis soll es hier noch geben. I doubt that the thief had time to read the book. Naja, was sind das denn für Hinweise? Also müssen wir zusammen die Kiste wegstellen.
What do you need? What can I do for you?
The evidence in this very room can tell us where our thief went next. The box was moved by the thief. The thief used the box over there for something after cutting the painting from the frame. To push it? Or to move it into a better position, perhaps?
What can I do for you?
Merci, monsieur.
Huh.
It would take some strength to lift it. Ah, haben wir es jetzt verschoben, das Ding?
Aha.
Sehr seltsam. Storage area. Hallo. Our fears are confirmed. This is the frame of the penitent Magdalena painting that was brought from Brussels. Once the painting was removed, it was left here. I suppose the police were looking for the painting, not the frame. Das kann man noch feststellen. Da ist ein Safe.
Oh.
Old and damaged frames.
Gentlemen, have you seen Miss Babanian? She wanted to speak with me after the bishop was finished chewing my ear off. But it seems the pair of them have disappeared.
I'm afraid not.
Can't have been that important then.
I recall Monsieur Hastings telling me he saw Monsieur Christensen acting peculiar in the West Wing. Perhaps it requires further investigation. Sadly, the penitent Magdalene remains missing, but it looks as though the thief accessed his rooms in the process of stealing it.
What can I do for you?
Anscheinend gerade
Merci,
wenig.
mademoiselle.
Hastings, weißt du noch was?
What do you need? What can I do?
Nein?
Merci.
Wir sollen uns also im Westwing weiter umsehen. Ich würde aber sagen, das machen wir heute nicht mehr. Machen wir an dieser Stelle lieber erstmal ein kleines Päuschen. Und ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wir sehen uns das nächste Mal.